What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, if you missed our video from just days ago, we covered what's now the new rumored description of the post-credit scene for Captain America Brave New World. I'll make sure to link it at the end of this and down in the description if you want to go check it out. Today's video is a little different. This is coming from one of the brand new scoopers on the scene with a description of the end of the film and how multiple plot points will be resolved and or left hanging for the future of the MCU. This is specifically the end of Captain America Brave New World according to this scooper, so we will issue the lightest of spoiler warning, even though this should be taken with a grain of salt, and then jump into what they're saying is going to happen at the end of the film. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do, so if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner for the finale of What If next month. If you want to be entered to win, just be a sub, leave a comment, stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so of course, the customary spoiler warning, guys. Remember to take everything that doesn't come directly from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt. In today's update, we're covering a brand new Twitter scoopster on the scene. Relatively new, we've started covering him this year, so we're only giving it a little more reverence than, say, the anonymous 4chan or Reddit post. He hasn't had a chance yet to develop his track record, but of course, if this ends up being real or somehow going to ruin your Captain America Brave New World experience, if you want to go into the unknown not known, now would be the time to back out. Otherwise, here's the end of the film according to Exiled Scooper on Twitter. Quote, Sam Wilson fights Red Hulk in the ruins of the White House. Betty arrives, and seeing her allows Ross to momentarily gain control. Wilson stabs him with adamantium and siphons the gamma radiation off of his blood, restoring Ross to human form. Ross surrenders to the authorities and is placed on the raft until Betty can find a cure for his condition. Isaiah Bradley is released from prison, Ruth returns to service, and Sam decides to honor Ross's request and reassemble the Avengers with Torres as his first recruit. Now, if this ends up being the end of the film before we get to the post-credit scene, there's three specific details I want to sort of add some context, and we're going to work our way backwards. If he decides to assemble the Avengers on his own and recruit Torres, the new Falcon, as his sidekick, that would lead right into the post-credit scene that we just covered, where Nick Fury would decide to get involved as well and say, hey, I hear you're forming a team. Here are some recruit options. I think there's a lot more likely that's the case. Just based on the events at the end of the film, all of a sudden there's a Red Hulk for him to fight. He's going to realize he needs some help, and so it puts all the agency with Sam based on the events of this film to step in and put the Avengers together himself. However, what I will say is it seems to be some sort of contrary detail here, because what we're hearing about the post-credit scene is that it's Nick Fury that approaches Sam Wilson as the impetus to do this. Again, if you missed our video on that, it'll be linked at the end of this. It'll be interesting to see how these two reconcile each other, again, if this is the ending and then Nick Fury is the post-credit scene. Now, the second really interesting detail in here confirms that even though he's not going to take the super soldier serum, Sam Wilson Captain America is going to be upgraded from vibranium to adamantium at some point, probably in the change from the white to the blue or the stealth looking costume that we see him fighting Red Hulk in. It also confirms that adamantium may have some very unique qualities in being able to siphon gamma radiation. We've actually heard that from previous plot leaks and details about the film, that may be one of the qualities of the metal, and in the future of the MCU, that may pose a huge threat to not only the Red Hulk, but really any Hulk, our Hulk included in Bruce Banner, if he should revert to his savage form. Yesterday's video, we covered the introduction of a Maestro Hulk. If adamantium can work to siphon Red Hulk's gamma radiation and depower him, it might also work against the Hulk. The huge question is, where did Sam Wilson get this adamantium? What would be the source of the adamantium? Because we know that the US government has what we think is a very limited amount, and that's what the whole conflict over Tiamat is going to be based around between the US and Japan. The fact that they want access to the adamantium. So I think there's a really good chance we're going to see some really cool scenes where he either visits Tiamat or visits back to Madripoor and is enhanced with adamantium via a character that may have something to do with that recent quote by Kevin Feige of seeing some familiar X-Men showing up here and there. Especially now with this detail of adamantium, it feels like all the pieces are falling into place, and we've also got a huge theory video coming on why the government wants adamantium specifically, and it's not just the weapons program. There's a huge reason for it. We'll get into it in a separate theory video. Now, the third detail that I find super interesting is that he's talking about the ending of the film. He mentions that Sam Wilson is fighting Red Hulk in the ruins of the White House, but fails to mention any of the sidekicks, not even Falcon, that may be teaming up with Sam Wilson in order to do this. Previous plot leaks had covered the fact that Isaiah Bradley might actually be alongside Sam Wilson's Cap, but now we're seeing that Isaiah Bradley doesn't get released from prison until what seems like after the final battle. We also heard that they may involve some of the Avengers characters, like a possible Bucky, Moon Knight in the earliest of plot leaks, and especially Bruce Banner's Hulk. There was that famous quote by Anthony Mackie during the early days of the press tour where he may have even referenced that himself, talking about having a Hulk. He may have been referencing Red Hulk, but he may have been referencing Bruce Banner as well. So I think there's a real chance that a lot of the exciting, the fun details about the Marvel stuff that they've been working on in reshoots is going to change a lot of this and maybe bring some really cool scenes that we've yet heard from any of these plot leaks. And I think my final thought is this, based on what I just said, guys, they are doing so many reshoots for this film that just because some of these details may have been true and from good legitimate sources as they're coming out, things may have drastically changed with the reshoots that they've decided to do. And what I think is even more interesting is that no one's really gotten to the heart of the leader's role in the film and exactly how much of him we're going to get. I know there were those internal test screening leaks where people talked about the narrative, but even that person seemed like he was bent on just bashing the film regardless of how good or bad it actually was. And that's why I've warned all of you never to buy too much into any of the test screening leaks or reactions, because it's such a small cross-section of the population. Plus, you know, some people just love to hate on Marvel no matter what. You end up with one of those in the theater, and that's how you end up with the Reddit post that we covered about a month ago saying that the movie was absolute garbage. I'm gonna be honest, based on that last trailer, I am super hyped for this film. You guys let me know all your thoughts, though, down below about any and all of this. And really, honestly, where do you think he gets the adamantium from for his upgraded suit? I'm all ears. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel, and we're still going to do that until the PlayStation 5 Pro comes out, then we'll switch over. We just gave one away for the finale of Agatha All Along, and we have another one coming up for the finale of What If, which goes live next season. Next year is actually going to be a banger, because we give one away with every Marvel release, and next year there's at least 6 or 7 of them. If you want to be entered to win for any of the other giveaways we do, say through the holiday season, all the same rules will always apply. It's super simple. All you got to do is be a subscriber, so hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced at the end of videos in the same segment we're doing here, live with my voice, and a winning comment when there is one shown on screen. So please be safe and vigilant on YouTube, really any platform. If you should get a comment from an obvious spammer using some content creator's photo trying to claim that you've won a prize, but then wants your information on third-party app, never ever give them your information. That is so unsafe. It's just a ruse. They're all just trying to get you to pay for shipping for a prize that doesn't exist. Keep in mind, no content creator, myself included, will ever charge you for shipping if you should win something. That's kind of part of the deal. It'd be hilarious if we did that. We would never do that, so please be safe and vigilant. If you should get a spam comment like that, and unfortunately, they're still all over the platform, even though they've left my channel alone for a while. If you should get a comment like that, simply report it directly to YouTube. I guarantee you that the content creator, the YouTuber, already knows, and by reporting it to YouTube, they will delete it even faster and the account. So not only has the comment gone from the page and you're helping that content creator out, but everywhere they've commented across YouTube will also now be gone. You're really just doing the entire YouTube community a service. The best way to keep up with the content at the channel has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking out my music, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.